What if the power to change the world didn't lie in grand gestures, but in something as simple as a single story shared? Because real change begins quietly at home, in the hearts of those who choose to care. In the United Kingdom, more than 3 million households live in fuel poverty, with families forced to choose between heating their homes or putting food on the table. As a journalist, I've met many of these families and listened to their stories of resilience, courage and love that stretches further than resources ever could. But listening to their stories wasn't enough. That's why in 2023, I founded Helping Hats, a not-for-profit where a team of volunteers knit and donate warm hats to children and families living in fuel poverty across the UK. 2 years later, we've donated nearly 1,000 handmade hats to communities most in need, each one a symbol of warmth and compassion. Helping Hats embodies Sustainable Development Goal number 1, no poverty. Because poverty isn't just about income, it's about access to opportunity, equality, and the basic human rights of comfort. When people feel seen and supported, they begin to believe that tomorrow can be brighter. But my mission doesn't stop at home. Earlier this year, I travelled to India with a sisterhood, an organisation that aids charities which supports, empower and protect women worldwide. There we stood beside the Sheroes, survivors of acid attacks, who are redefining courage and womanhood. Together we shared stories and laughter, realising that empowerment isn't given, it's awakened. One of the most powerful moments was visiting Sheroes TV, India's first television channel led entirely by acid attack survivors. It amplifies women's voices, but exposed the global gender gap that still exists in the media. Today, less than 25% of people featured in the news are women, and fewer than 30% of senior media roles are held by them. Sheroes TV is changing that narrative, and seeing it in action was deeply moving. Nearly a year before that trip, I founded the Empower Hour, a digital interview series celebrating women's voices and expertise. What began as a small online project has now reached over 26,000 women, inspiring them to speak with confidence and purpose, and helping newsrooms across the world recognise the importance of women's representation. Because visibility is power, and when women control their own stories, they change the world around them. The Empower Hour embodies Sustainable Development Goal number 5, gender equality, proving that when women's voices are heard, equality isn't just a vision, it becomes our shared reality. Helping Hats, a sisterhood and the Empower Hour, each project may look different, but together they form one vision, a world where compassion is action, equality is expected, and no one is left behind. Representing the United Kingdom isn't about the title I hold, it's about the hands I hold, the stories I carry, and the impact that we create together. My mission remains clear: to cheer, uplift and empower, and to remind that every woman and every child that they are worthy of warmth, equality and opportunity. Because when we come together and share our stories, we don't just create change, we create a legacy of compassion that travels from one heart to another until the whole world feels its warmth.